Well, it's been about 5 months since the United States fell into the darkest corner of the dankest meme, and liberals are desperately searching for signs of hope. And you know what they say, when you're holding a hammer, everything looks like an opportunity to virtue signal on social media and get those sweet, sweet likes. 2017 is the year of the moral victory. Howdy gang, I don't know how y'all are holding up, but personally, ever since Trump got elected, everything in my life is about 25% more stressful. And I don't even have to be doing something related to politics for it to kick in. I'll be brushing my teeth and I'll feel my phone vibrate in my pocket and my heart will stop because I don't know if I'm getting an email, a text, or the godforsaken Washington Post notification letting me know which pillar of society is about to collapse. Oh God. Here we go. All right, let's see what it is this time. Oh. Whew, thank God. It's just my bank letting me know that I've run out of money in my checking account. It's nothing serious. Anyway, I know it's good to search for signs of hope in all of this, but we cannot let ourselves be satisfied by tiny, incremental, symbolic victories, since there are tiny, incremental, actual victories we could be focusing on, like special elections. This year, several Republican House seats have opened up after Trump's cabinet appointments. So far, we've had special elections in Kansas's 4th District, Montana's at-large district, and Georgia's 6th District, and Democrats have been proud to say that they've won each and every one of them by losing each and every one of them. They've been outperforming expectations, like when they came within 6 points of a dude who body slams his enemies. Yes, we did, relatively speaking, without tangible benefits. Now, next week, Georgia's 6th District goes to a runoff, and for the Democrats to declare victory here, they kind of need to actually win. No talk of symbolic impact, no think pieces about storm clouds a-brewing for Republicans in 2018. They need to literally win and actually put a Democratic representative in the House of Representatives. Because if you can't win an election after spending more money than any other House race in history, in an environment where you have the very first Celebrity Apprentice fan fiction president, then we might as well move to Russia. Speaking of Russia. We have spent so many news cycles now letting ourselves get wrapped up in the false hope that in our wildest dreams, if everything aligns perfectly, we could remove President Trump from office and replace him with progressive firebrand Mike Pence. The obsession over the Russia investigation illuminates a number of flaws with the state of opposition to President Trump, in my opinion. Number one, it assumes that Trump himself is the end-all and be-all of our current political climate, but he's not. We created him. And even if he was impeached, that would change none of the underlying circumstances that led to his election in the first place. If you drop a gnarly dookie and you want to avoid future gnarly dookies, the solution is not generally to launch an independent investigation of what the dookie did wrong in hopes that an FBI agent will break into your house, fish it out of the toilet, and toss it out the window. And I acknowledge that isn't the greatest analogy in the world, but the point is, you want to avoid gnarly dookies, you gotta eat better. And we gotta politics better if we want to avoid future president dookies. I mean Trump's and his poopy cabinet. All right, now that we're done talking about dookies, number two. There are so many other elements of the Trump administration worth opposing. Right now, Senate Republicans are in a back room plotting the purge of poor people with pre-existing conditions, and we're live streaming the Jeff Sessions testimony tweeting, "Yas, Kamala Harris!" Now, I don't disagree with the premise of the tweet, "Yas, Kamala Harris," but I'm just saying, we can do other stuff at the same time too. Number three, there's nothing we can do about the Russia investigation. Unless you're Robert Mueller or one of his FBI BFFs, we kind of just have to wait and see what happens. But the longer that cable news creates these breaking news stories about how Trump's assistant deputy chief of staff's cousin was seen holding a copy of Anastasia, which is Putin's favorite movie, nothing wrong with that choice, of course, then the less time we're going to have to focus on issues and bills being passed that actually impact people and will motivate them to vote. But there is no source of liberal self-satisfaction more prevalent and less impactful than the snarky Facebook meme. From pee-pee jokes to alternative facts to get you a girl that looks at you the way Ivanka looks at Justin Trudeau, to fake news, to tiny hands, to all those replies to Trump tweets that seem to begin with the phrase, excuse me, Mr. President, or should I say, the liar in chief, to the Kofifi tweet itself, there is no tweet or turn of phrase or image macro too mundane for liberals to turn into a t-shirt and throw on social media for the sake of getting those delicious, delicious shares and retweets. Now, I'm not trying to attack anyone here. We're all guilty of this. And I understand people need to find ways to cope with the orangist timeline. But all I'm saying is that we might be better suited if we spent a little bit more time reading the articles themselves instead of trying to come up with puns about the headline. Now, with that in mind, if you haven't checked out my 69 jokes about the Trump dossier yet, I encourage you to do so. So, I've just spent a whole video shitting all over what everyone else is doing without providing any meaningful suggestions of my own. That's leftism, baby! No, but seriously, the truth is that there are very productive ways to get involved. It's just that some of the greatest accomplishments that we can achieve are not that sexy and they take a long time. For example, I think public opposition to the American Health Care Act has really made a difference, even though it feels like nothing has happened. That's the point. In a lot of ways, the most powerful thing we can do is run the clock out until 2018. We're already about a quarter of the way through Trump's first legislative session, and his administration has no major legislative accomplishments. Well, except the one that got away.
Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you.
So raising hell and marching in the streets and calling your representative and even posting on Facebook really can make a difference. But the best tool that we have in our arsenal to oppose President Trump is the very thing that got him elected in the first place: voting. And your next opportunity to use that tool might be coming sooner than you think. New Jersey and Virginia are having gubernatorial elections this November. Tons of cities are having municipal elections this November. And if you live in one of those special election districts, you might have the chance to take one of these moral victories and make them an actual victory. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Nothing's gonna change. Everything's just horrible now. Just curl up with a big bowl of ice cream and watch This Is Us and pretend everything's fine. Hey, I recently did a couple of recordings with the Forward Thinkers YouTube channel. One of them is a review of Season 3, Episode 8 of Better Call Saul, one of my favorite shows. I particularly enjoyed that episode, so if you want to listen to that conversation, check out the Forward Thinkers YouTube channel, or just go straight to the link in the description for that video. Additionally, if you like this video, why not make it public record? Like it on YouTube. Regardless of how you felt about this video, leave a comment because everyone's opinion is equally important. And, of course, if you want to see more stuff like this, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. That would bring me great joy in this time of angst. Bye.